On May 3, 2007, the McCann family's idyllic vacation in Praia da Luz, Portugal, took a dark and unexpected turn. Jerry and Kate McCann, along with their 3 children, Madeleine and her younger twin siblings, Sean and Amelie, were staying at the Ocean Club, enjoying the tranquil seaside resort. The day had been typical for a family holiday, splashing in the pool, playing on the beach, and soaking up the sun. That evening, the McCanns put their children to bed in their ground-floor apartment, planning to enjoy a relaxing dinner with friends at a nearby tapas restaurant. Little did they know, this night would alter their lives forever. The group of friends, known as the Tapas 7, had an arrangement to take turns checking on their children every 30 minutes. Around 8:30 p.m., the McCanns left their apartment, the distance to the restaurant being only about 50 meters away. It seemed like a safe arrangement. After all, they were within sight of their accommodation. At 9:05 p.m., Jerry went to check on the children and found everything in order. Madeleine and the twins were fast asleep, undisturbed. But beneath this veneer of tranquility, something sinister was brewing. At approximately 9:30 p.m., Jane Tanner, one of the friends dining with the McCanns, walked past their apartment on her way to check on her own children. She noticed a man carrying a small child dressed in pink pajamas, but thought little of it at the time. This seemingly innocuous detail would later become a crucial part of the investigation. At 10 p.m., Kate made her way back to the apartment to check on the children. She entered the room, expecting to find her 3 children sleeping peacefully. Instead, she was met with a sight that would haunt her forever. Madeleine's bed was empty, the window was open, and her beloved daughter was gone. Panic set in immediately. Kate ran back to the restaurant shouting, "Madeleine's gone! Someone's taken her!" The group quickly mobilized, searching the complex and surrounding areas while the local police were called. The search for Madeleine began in earnest, but the initial efforts were chaotic and disorganized. Volunteers scoured the resort, and the police launched an investigation, yet there were no immediate leads. The media soon picked up the story, and the disappearance of Madeleine McCann became international news. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the investigation seemed to stagnate. The police initially focused on the possibility of a kidnapping by a stranger, but with little concrete evidence, they began to explore other theories. Frustration and desperation grew among the McCanns and their supporters. The case took a surprising turn when, in September 2007, the Portuguese police named Jerry and Kate McCann as official suspects. This shocking development added another layer of complexity to the already convoluted case. The media and public opinion became divided. Some believed the McCanns were guilty, while others firmly believed in their innocence. Despite the intense pressure and scrutiny, Jerry and Kate maintained their innocence, vehemently denying any involvement in their daughter's disappearance. Amidst the turmoil, several potential sightings of Madeleine were reported from various parts of the world: Morocco, Spain, and even the Netherlands. Each sighting brought a surge of hope, only to be dashed when they turned out to be false leads. The emotional roller coaster was grueling for the McCanns and their supporters, yet they refused to give up. In 2011, Scotland Yard launched Operation Grange, a comprehensive review of the original investigation. This renewed effort brought a glimmer of hope. The British investigators sifted through thousands of documents, re-examined evidence, and followed up on new leads. They developed a theory that Madeleine had been taken by a group of burglars who had been operating in the area. This theory, however, did not lead to any significant breakthroughs, and the mystery remained unsolved. Then, in 2013, a fresh lead emerged. The British television show Crime Watch aired a special episode dedicated to Madeleine's case, revealing new efits of potential suspects and reenacting the events of that fateful night. This broadcast prompted a flood of calls and tips, reigniting public interest in the case. Among the new information was a potential sighting of a man carrying a child near the McCann's apartment, eerily similar to Jane Tanner's account. Despite these efforts, the investigation remained frustratingly inconclusive. The case took another twist in 2020 when German authorities announced that they had identified a new suspect, Christian Bruckner, a convicted sex offender with a history of crimes in Portugal. Bruckner had been living in the Algarve region at the time of Madeleine's disappearance, and his criminal background made him a compelling suspect. The German police declared that they had concrete evidence that Madeleine was no longer alive, though they did not disclose further details. The announcement reignited media attention and public interest in the case, but it also brought renewed heartache for the McCann family. Despite the German authorities' confidence, no conclusive evidence has been publicly presented to prove Bruckner's involvement in Madeleine's disappearance. The investigation remains ongoing, with both Portuguese and German authorities continuing to work on the case. Throughout the years, theories and speculations have abounded. Some suggest that Madeleine was abducted by a trafficking ring, others believe she may have been accidentally killed and her body hidden. The truth, however, remains elusive. What happened to Madeleine McCann on that fateful night in 2007 is a question that continues to haunt her family, investigators, and the public alike.